How you doing, Pisces? Feel free to like, share, and subscribe if this resonates, but let's just get right into it. See what we got for you. What do we got for Pisces? Wheel of Fortune. Brand new cycle going on, Pisces. Brand new cycle, maybe a new job, a new career mode. Kind of like a new life altogether. But it's something brand new and abundant, and it's faded. It's something that will bring you a lot of fortune. And definitely something that's karmic. So, you're starting a brand new cycle, a whole new life cycle, something abundant, something karmic, and you're moving away from something, possibly even moving towards it. And you're winning the war by not fighting the battle. Or wait, what is that saying? I don't know. But you're leaving stuff behind. You're not fighting anymore, and you're winning by leaving something that you know that wasn't working out. But what you're taking along with you is possibly some hurt feelings, some angst, some kind of like wounds and anxieties. And it's important not to try to take all of those wounds with you into the next situation. So you're moving towards something, a brand new cycle. Wow. Towards a lover situation, towards a soulmate situation. Maybe you've been at distance with this person for a while, and now you're coming back around. You could be dealing with a Gemini, or could have Gemini in your chart, Pisces. You could be dealing with a Scorpio, or you could have that in your chart. The first line is you. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. This is somebody, like, you're feeling good. You're feeling a lot of love for someone in particular, and you're closing the gap, or it's towards somebody that you feel that has a strong draw to you. Something that's amazingly karmic. Maybe you're leaving something behind and you're going towards something that you see somebody that you've been thinking about in your past, and you're going back towards, that you find really amazing. Like, you find someone like, or this could possibly be you, the Empress. This is someone who's nurturing. This is like the queen of all the queens. She has all the characteristics of the other queens. Intuitive, nurturing, psychic, grounded, tangibly okay, you know, in all ways. But the Empress is usually depicted as a pregnant woman and someone who's about to give birth to something new, either a new creative venture or a child. Maybe this is like but it's wanting to bring something into existence and nurture something that you have a lot of love for. And you feel this is your soulmate. Now, 10 of Cups. This is so amazing. Wow. Pisces. This is like this is an emotionally fulfilled and emotionally happy family situation. This is like something with a lot of love, and a message is going to come out. Maybe you're going to send a message or get one, And this is movement. Knights are movements, actually. This is action towards going somewhere fast. And it's speaking the truth. And it's speaking your mind and the truth and kind of like laying it all out there. And somebody's coming in fast and wants to speak the truth about something. Maybe about wanting to work towards an offer or trying to get to know you. Because somebody wants to be seen as victorious and successful by you. And and they're balanced. They see you as like someone that wants balance within the situation, and it's really like a coming together, and it's so amazingly beautiful. And wow. No, I'm not. That's putting that back. Huh? Interesting. Let me just put this all out there. Okay. So this first line here, somebody's going to have a brand new cycle with something. You're going towards something brand new. It's this brand new cycle, something abundant and amazing. It's a coming together of sorts, or not just a coming together. It's just like, it's definitely karmic. It's a whole new paradigm shift. Your whole, like, brand new, abundant, fortunate. And you're leaving behind conflict and a lot of people who brought a lot of conflict into your life or expected a lot out of you without giving much in return, and you're moving away from that. Possibly moving away from a lot of codependent people, or you being codependent as well. You know, a lot of arguments, fights, things of that sort. And it's like, I'm not fighting anymore. Okay, you win. I'm walking away. And now somebody's moving towards a situation. Maybe there's a big movement that's coming. Maybe you're moving towards somewhere, and it's somewhere that you're either going to meet this person, like a soulmate coming in, or you're going towards one. But the Lovers, this is like definitely karmic. It's definitely karmic, and this is a past life soulmate, and I could tell with this Wheel of Fortune here. And it's between like a water sign and an Empress. Could be have Taurus in their chart, possibly a Scorpio man. But first line is amazing. If this is all you, it's like you're moving away towards things that doesn't fulfill you, and you're emotionally fulfilled, and you're emotionally like controlled and abundant and balanced, and you're nurturing your home right now, you know, and you're waiting for you're not going to deal with someone unless they're worth it, like a soulmate coming in. And this is possibly what's coming in. There's somebody here, 10 of Cups, somebody who's really like emotionally happy, have a balanced home and life, wants balance within their life, wants a happy home. And whoever is here that wants this happy home and wants to create a balanced home, they're coming in with a message of truth. And it's a message of possibly wanting to work with you, getting to know you. It's But it's, you're coming in fast to speak the truth, but then you want to take it slow and get to know the person. Maybe this person wants to take it slow and get to know you because they feel that, they want you to see them as victorious, and they feel like, they have a lot to offer, and they want to offer a lot towards you. Maybe somebody who can have kind of an ego, though, Six of Wands. Somebody who wants to be seen as victorious by other people. But overall, they want balance with this in this situation, and they want to be seen as somebody who wants to work towards balance with you. That this is a very imbalanced person coming in. Although, it's good to have ego, but that's something to think about, though. If maybe a Six of Wands could be like, oh, I want to be seen as winning, possibly wanting to prove something, but I don't really know, because this temperance, this balance here, maybe this is a tendency that this person has coming in, that he wants to kind of balance. And maybe he feels like the way to have balance with you is by going in slowly and getting to know each other really well, because he wants this to be victorious. He wants this to be seen as victorious. Now, the situation was there was no movement before, maybe feeling stuck, possibly car trouble, possibly, a delay in flight plans, travel restrictions. But there was a lack of movement and, in general, to move forward towards something in general. And, this Tower in reverse, this is something that seemed like there was a collapse before, and somebody wants to come in and send you a message and says, I want to bring balance to the situation and work with you. And I feel like they know you. I feel like this was a situation that ended really suddenly and unexpectedly before, and now somebody seems like they're coming back in. Maybe this is someone who could just drop in every once in a while throughout the years, and maybe somebody who travels for work and always hits you up when they're in town or something. And maybe this situation is a person wanted to get back towards you, but they felt stuck, like they couldn't move. There were restrictions. Queen of Wands in reverse. Now, whoever is coming in now and wanting to have balance within their situation, what stopped them from coming in was possibly a lack of passion for someone, or they were dealing with somebody, or they were quite promiscuous. Possibly Queen of Wands in reverse. This is someone who is quite promiscuous, who likes a lot of attention, who can be emotionally unbalanced and fly off the handle, or just not really invest in people, with someone who can be really volatile, but also someone who lacks commitment and who can be that cheating housewife who kind of doesn't contribute to anything, or doesn't have any drive within themselves to move towards something. And maybe this person was dealing with a past situation and a relationship, or just like a mother, a sister, or a boss, but it was somebody that they've dealt with before that they were having issues with. And possibly could be a long distance thing that I see. And this person who lives long distance was dealing with a past relationship. And possibly they got cheated on. Because they came back to their past relationship, possibly where they live, and try to work on something, and that's why they didn't work on anything with you. And it was something that they wanted to try to go back and work on, and they got played. Now he's somebody like situational, or maybe they were dealing with you, they wanted to drop back in, but you lost the passion for them. And or maybe you lost the passion for each other, and you guys wanted movement towards something else. Maybe because you didn't feel like this was something that was fulfilling, because possibly somebody that was dealing with you wasn't quite done with whoever they were dealing with at home, if you know what I mean. If that makes sense. And it's like, ooh, Queen of Swords. Now, there's two queens here, Queen of Wands in reverse and a Queen of Swords. Queen of Wands in reverse could be an Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. Queen of Swords could be Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. They're in the upright. Maybe you cut them off. Maybe you have Aquarius in your chart, or a sun, moon, or rising, or Pisces. Or yeah, but Aquarius in your chart. Pisces, you probably have Aquarius moon. But they got played with this Queen of Wands in reverse, because there was third party, and possibly you were the third party, and he went back to his person at home, and then they played him, and now he's thinking on you because you cut him out. Maybe you saw a lot more. You saw something within the situation, and you started a new cycle by moving away from this situation, and you knew that this wasn't gonna last. And it's like, because they were probably had something back home. I've seen this story before, but whatever they did, it didn't work out. And now they're thinking about coming back towards you. They want balance and victory. They want to come in and speak their truth, but then they're still kind of like they'll still be really slow to invest anything, because they want to be seen as victorious, and they want to be balanced. So it's like, this is a person who comes in and says, hey, wants to talk to you, but then, it's someone you had a good relationship with, and maybe it's like a friends with benefits who comes into town who didn't tell you that they had someone when they came and visited you. But when they come and drop you a line, they never really invest all that much. And they're just considering, what they want to invest in. And they want to be seen as victorious, and they want to be victorious. And then that's how they feel that they'll get their balance. Now, that new cycle that you had to bring abundance into your life, and emotional stability and emotional happiness, was not dealing with this situation, and staying away from this person, not going towards it. And that's what really started your cycle, and it's kind of bringing emotional balance and happiness into your own life, without this person. And that's why you don't want to go with it. You don't want to go with somebody that doesn't want to invest all that much, who wants to be proud and victorious. And there is a moving away from the situation. Maybe this dude went back to where he was going, And he was like, maybe when he was leaving, there was conflict and fights. And, you know, he kind of he was like, whatever, fine, I'm just leaving. I'm just here for a temporary time anyway, you know. Here for a good time, not a long time. So he just picked up his stuff and left. And Knight of Swords. This is someone who just is a fast talker. You know, he likes to sweet talk, I suppose. But I mean, maybe it's someone who can be blunt and truthful to the point of it's kind of like, whoa, that's kind of rude, right? Someone who comes in fast and sharp, and somebody wants to come in towards you and speak some truth and about this ending that happened in the past and why it happened. They want to come in and speak the truth about that because, you know, there was a distance for a really long time, but then they feel this karmic pull towards you because it is karmic. It's really karmic. And he wants to come in and he wants to determine, like, what's good in it for him, you know, by going in slowly, inspecting things and investing where it's beneficial and not investing when it's not. Because somebody here is kind of a slut. Yeah, I thought it looked good at first, but it was your line. Sorry. So somebody wants to come in. This is karmic. There's been a distance, and I don't know, slut boy wants to come back in. So King of Cups. This is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Maybe they have Scorpio in their chart. Sun, Moon, or Rising. But they want to be victorious. They want to be seen as victorious. And maybe he wants to come and orbit, you know, again, you know what orbit is, right? It's like, not ghosting, but being a zombie, you know, like coming back from the dead, or throughout that planet rotation where they orbit back around and start to hit you up. And, you know, he's like, hey, what's going on, babe? I have a lot of emotion to give. Yeah, but you know, they do that because, like, it's very ego-based. They want to be seen as victorious. Maybe they have self-confidence issues, and, like, they need that validation to make them feel good about themselves. And that's why they go out offering their cup to, like, a lot of different situations, because they want to be seen as, they want to be wanted. They want to be seen, that because that's how they get their kick, their validation, their high. And maybe this is someone who kind of, like, when they are not satisfied anymore, they have a lot of options, so kind of go towards somewhere that, you know, they think they'll be more satisfied. This is someone who doesn't like to lose. This is someone who doesn't like to invest all that much. Someone who can be kind of self-serving and selfish and who needs a lot of attention. Someone who's kind of an attention whore. Now the Empress. Empress is you. This is you nurturing a business. Well, it could be a pregnancy, but it's not. It's just you nurturing something new, something that you want to bring into fruition, something amazing, and you want to birth into existence. And, you know, birth is not an easy process, right? It's painful. But after that pain, you know, you give life to something amazing and beautiful, and it's just, you want to nurture it and take care of it and, you know, pour your time and energy into it because it's love for it, like, you know. And you want to nurture yourself, possibly even, or nurture, like, a goals that you have, and you need balance for that. You need balance, you need temperance for that. And you know that the only way you're going to maintain that is by cutting out people, places, and things, and people who just want to like cause a lot of issues and be like a temporary company kind of thing, you know, who doesn't invest a lot, but who's like invested in like making people believe what they want to believe and stuff, and possibly someone who can be really immature. And you know, it's somebody that threw you off balance in the past, and you even wanted to nurture the situation, but you knew that the only way to keep balance within yourself was to cut the situation off. You know, it could have been a business or a business situation or a business partner, like a joint venture. Maybe you had a joint venture with like a past person, or but then you're done with it. You know, you want to be emotionally balanced and fulfilled, and even though you feel this karmic pull, you know, like you don't want it to throw you off your path, and it has so far, and that's why you don't want to just poke the bear and deal with that or go into that, you know. Last two cards that fell out, Two of Swords, and this is the well, this is manifestation, this is making a wish, this is offering, giving an offer into the proverbial fire as an offering to manifest something that you want to bring into the world, or even to like an ocean, actually, because it's a well, right? But they're sacrificing and offering like money into that water, into that ether, and bringing something into existence. And that's why you're blocking yourself off, and that's why there's a stalemate. I feel like someone is in your energy and wants to come in, and you know, it's just that maybe that they don't physically come in, but they want to, but then there's a stall on it. And even if they do, it could even be their just be their energy wanting to pull you in, but they're being stuck from being able to do it because you're blocking yourself. You're trying to use a head over heart decision, or you're taking time out to listen to your own intuition with a head and heart decision. And it's like you're trying to manifest something into existence, and you don't want to bring in anyone that it's important to keep your guard up, because it could mess with your manifestations. And possibly somebody did in the past mess with your manifestations and your work. Maybe you had a goal that you were trying to work towards, but every time you try to go towards it, problems, issues, people wanting favors from you, wanting your time, and you know, causing small fires and issues, and it keeps throwing you off your path. And it's like you don't want to give that power away to people who doesn't even want to invest all that much into your life. And so you're blocking things out, and you're manifesting things that you know that will be good for you. And I see this with a lot of signs, actually, Pisces. And I feel this will bring you to a soulmate coming up. But I don't think the next person coming in is it. I think they're more of a test, because look what you got here. You got Knights. You got Knights and a Six of Wands. This person is immature. Like, yeah, sure, he wants an emotionally balanced situation. He wants an emotionally abundant situation, but his perspective is like kind of skewed, you know? He's immature. He can be someone who's really blunt, or who's kind of like suspicious, and who has like, you know, someone who doesn't invest all that much but expects a lot. Someone who just doesn't really see, doesn't take a lot of responsibilities because they always want to be seen as right. Someone who possibly, who doesn't compromise because, like, they're not very emotionally mature. You don't want knights. I mean, yeah, initially you do. Initially you do in the beginning, yeah, because you're just getting to know each other. But I don't think like you're getting to know this person like you knew this person before. You knew this person before because the Tower is in reverse. So this was a past situation that's coming back, and he says he wants to come back. He says he wants an emotional, abundant home and build a family with you, but you got a bunch of knights. You got immaturity. You want kings, you know, you got someone kind of arrogant and, you know, who doesn't communicate all that much, who doesn't offer all that much, but yet they want balance. Like, they feel like that's the only way for them to keep balance is for them to always have to win. But guess what? With winning, you could win every single argument in your life and every single kind of like game in your life, possibly, even though it's highly improbable. But what are you going to have? You're going to have no friends. You know, maybe this is someone who got shamed a lot when they got things wrong. But the thing is, the only way they feel balanced is by not offering much and keeping things light, because they're afraid of getting hurt, possibly. And they feel like they don't want to give that power away to make somebody have that power to make them unbalanced. So they want to try to control the situation. But now they're like, oh, okay, I want to work with you. I want balance, you know. I see this person could have some Libra in their chart. But this is something that's not going to last all that much. Because I feel like you could have even been the third person, Pisces. You could be on a Pisces Aries cusp, and this person came back in, he orbited around, and he ghosted you, and now his ass wants to zombify and come back from the dead and say, hey, what's up, blah, blah, blah. But then it doesn't bring you anywhere, ever. You know, it doesn't bring you any movement. In fact, it brings a lot of issues, and all it is like, it's a road to nowhere, you know. And it's somebody who wants to come in for that, you know, for that loving, but has no commitment. And now they're thinking on you, but you're blocking yourself off. Or you guys aren't communicating. Although this person is trying to manifest you, I feel like you're trying to manifest kind of your own abundance. So, let's see. But that's good. I mean, shit. I mean, it's not good. It's not good. I mean, it's good that you're holding your boundaries, but I mean, this is just what happens when you have narcissists. I'm not going to call everyone a narcissist. That's not right. But like the kind of people that need a whole lot of attention, they'll always try to keep a lot of people kind of like in their collection, you know? And they'll always have that wide range of people because they need a lot of attention. I mean, it wouldn't be logical to want to like get rid of a whole bunch of people when really the main thing that you want is attention. This dude's like an attention, he's an attention hoe, you know? And I think you knew this, and that's why you blocked it out. Like, you want real love, and, you know, you're emotionally balanced enough and nurturing within yourself, and you're nurturing yourself in your own home and family. You could be a mother. And, you know, you want to cycle with someone new. You want a freaking king, you know? And what is it? A king of cups? Like, you're like a king of cups in this situation, and you can't really build a good house or a good home or a good relationship with freaking knights, you know? as like your partner. You want a queen, or even like a king, you know, you want an empress, like someone who's gonna put in just as much as you, and you're emotionally balanced enough not to even deal with people who's not. Like people who's immature. Like, what's the point of having conversations with people if they're not even willing to listen, if they never see their fault? And I feel like this guy, he's never, or I think he's a dude. This dude doesn't see the fault in any argument. He thinks he's always freaking right. And he has like a defense mechanism where anything that's mentioned, he'll just blow up out of proportion, like, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. But it's really just a way to make things win. Or he just will just kind of stonewall you and not speak to you, you know? And you feel like you're working hard towards offering a lot because you have a lot to offer, honestly. But it's like the only way that he feels victorious is if someone is putting in more work than him. And that's the way he stays balanced, by keeping everything light. And it's a waste of time. This dude's a waste of time. Keep him blocked. Between worlds. Come to the edge. Now. Between worlds. So, this is a huge change for your life. This is a huge new cycle. And I feel like you're doing something in a whole new brand new ways. And it feels like you were caught in something that you felt like it was really karmic for a really long time. Maybe people's perceptions of you and how you should be or what you should be doing. And you're kind of letting that go. And now it's time to come to the edge and kind of jump. It's kind of time to make a completion. 6 + 3 is 10. Make a completion towards thinking about what you really want to do, what your soul is calling you to do, and jump off that freaking edge and do it, because that's the only way you're going to bring a full completion towards something, right? Is to actually put in everything you got with a good balance, of course, with steady work, by actually putting in the time and effort to do it. You know, putting in that work, starting that business, you know, making that phone call towards somebody, or like, you know, buying that house, or, you know, it's about actually making that decision and coming up with a point. Well, of course, be practical, but make sure you have savings and you have safety nets, but, you know, taking practical steps towards something. And that's about not doing something like really like impulsive, but something planned, but something like effort into something towards your dreams and what you want, your path. Because right now, like, you feel stuck, but, you know, it's not really stuck. And you feel like you got one foot in one world, I guess, one foot in and one foot out towards something. And possibly you're on the fence towards something, or you're afraid about how people may perceive you when you make this jump. Because maybe you're afraid of putting yourself all in towards something, because maybe you're afraid of that it won't work out. And or it's like maybe you're afraid to go into something in particular that you really love, but it's not exactly conventional, and you're afraid about how you may be perceived and how people would perceive you if you finally go towards something that you love. But you know what? This is fated. It's time for you to make that decision, and I think you know what it is, because it's something that has been calling towards you, because that's karma. It calls towards you, it pulls you towards, you know, like your desires, and it makes you ruminate on it. And even if you try to ignore it, it's still there, kind of like, because it is fated. And that's actually like your indication. It's like, you know, that thought in your head of something that you really want to do, or something that you would be really fulfilled doing. and you try to ignore it with other things, but then you feel pulled and called towards it because you're fated to do this. This is like your life path, and it's time to go towards it. Take practical steps, be observant. Look out for the signs and synchronicities within the path. Try to do things right, the correct licenses, the correct, consulting people, like if you have to consult people, try to do things like try to take care of the loose ends and try to be practical and make practical steps towards it, and what you need towards it too. What do you need towards it, like legal wise? Whoa, holy moly, whoa, soulmate. This is sun, this is the divine masculine, this is two, this is moon, this is crazy. This is the divine feminine. And I think this is like a coming together. Be observant. Because once you start finding your life path, it's going to move you towards something amazing. And it's time to put practical steps towards it, because the universe is calling towards you. And I think you know that. It's fated. And it's going to bring you. Be observant. It's going to bring you towards your soulmate. A coming together of something amazing. But I don't know. Ooh, this is crazy. I think you're gonna kind of find your soulmate after you start this business situation. And you're manifesting it into your being. And I believe when you come into the right energy and you let go of that fear and you go all in, you're gonna meet your soulmate. I'm not sure about this one coming in. Be observant. But be observant of the people that don't really want to commit. Be observant of the people who seems like they're not really all into it, or they're not really all that invested. Like, be observant of that, too. Whoever comes around, if it's this past person, don't let anyone pressure you into any decision that you wouldn't want to make for yourself, of course, but make the decision that your soul calls you to do. Because it seems like the universe aligned things correctly for you in order for you to go towards it. So be observant, because I think you will come into your divine masculine or divine feminine. You know what? This could be your soulmate. I'm not even going to lie to you. The one that's like really immature. This could be. Maybe he wants to come in light and be victorious and make a balance towards you. But remember, be observant. If it takes you from your life path, your fated path that you feel that you're going towards, that you're trying to nurture into being, and I feel that you're trying to do that, Pisces. All because they're a soulmate, it doesn't mean you're meant to be together, to be honest. Because if they start dragging you and pushing you off that life path, then you gotta know that not all of us are meant to be with them, but they're meant to activate you, and they're meant to create like a catalyst into a new awakening, into a new state of being. And we have many awakenings throughout our life, and I feel like all the karmas that we meet and we kind of like get in contact with, they're the catalyst to an awakening. They kind of like start something like that flame, and it starts to kind of like a chain of events that's going to lead you somewhere like amazing. It's going to lead you to a new awareness, a new lesson, a new evolution of who you're going to become. And possibly the way you're going to find that is to put action but also your intuition into it as well. And perhaps this could be a catalyst into another awakening. Maybe that when you come into these karmics and you have a traumatic situation, it puts you into the dark night of the soul. And when you're in that dark night of the soul, you gain an inner awareness and you evolve when you come out of that. And it's all about evolution. And don't be stuck on the idea that, oh, it's my soulmate, I'm supposed to be together, because it could be just you reconciling yourself. And it's you putting action into no longer being codependent within yourself. And if this person comes in acting really awful, then you know what? Just take it as something like, oh, well, it's another lesson. And you be observant to stay on your path. And don't make any quick commitments. Except towards your path that you know that you really want to do, and that's for yourself. That's totally doesn't even have to do with anybody at all. It doesn't have to do with a boyfriend, lover, family member, friends. It has to do with you, your soul, your internal soul, and what you're driven to do. Like your K2, your call, your call to your soul path. And that's what I see here is like your call. But you have to put energy into it and nurture it. But that's what I got for you, Pisces. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, I'll talk to you later. Bye.